We all got to eat, right? Even back in the tough times of the 1930s, Great Depression, folks had to find a way. But hey, just getting by isn't enough. Food should be enjoyable too. So hang tight as I share some tasty and budget-friendly recipes from the Great Depression era that are super quick and easy to whip up. Trust me, they're downright delicious too. All right, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Back in 1929, the U.S. stock market took a major hit, and boom, we were smack dab in the middle of the Great Depression. This rough patch stretched from the late 20s to the 30s. During this time, folks had it tough with cash being tight and all. Food, even tougher to come by. So people had to think outside of the box when it came to whipping up something in their kitchens with whatever they could find. Dive into the realm of Great Depression grub, often referred to as Poorman's meals. You might be wondering, what exactly qualifies a meal as Poorman's? Well, it's got to be budget-friendly, simple to whip up, and use only the most basic ingredients. Back in the day when families were strapped for cash, making every ingredient count and avoiding food waste was crucial. Let's check out a few beloved Poorman's meals from the Great Depression era that many of us still enjoy today. All right, let's chat about potatoes and hot dogs. These two were like the superheroes of the Great Depression era, always there when you needed them. Even though a buck was a big deal back then, it could still get you a whole sack of potatoes. And the best part, you could toss them in with just about anything, and voila, deliciousness served. Now, back to our dynamic duo, potatoes and hot dogs. They're super easy and quick to whip up. Give it a try. All you need are some potatoes, hot dogs sliced up, maybe an onion if you've got one lying around, a bit of cooking oil, and some salt and pepper if that's your thing. All right, now that you've got all your stuff ready, let's get cooking. Fire up your skillet over medium heat and melt that cooking fat. Toss in those diced potatoes and chopped onions. Give them a good stir every now and then until the potatoes start to get a nice tan and the onions look see-through. Now it's time for the hot dogs. Slice them up and throw them into the mix. Keep it all sizzling until the hot dogs are warmed up nicely and those potatoes are soft enough to eat. Sprinkle some salt and pepper on top to jazz things up a bit. Keep everything on the heat for a few more minutes until it's all mixed well together with a lovely golden hue. And there you have it. Dig in while it's hot and savor your easy, wallet-friendly potatoes and hot dogs dish, straight out of the Great Depression era. Enjoy! This recipe is your ultimate go-to for easy, budget-friendly meals when times are tough. It's all about keeping your belly happy without breaking the bank. And hey, nobody wants to eat the same thing every day, right? So, when you're pinching pennies but still want a bit of variety, jazz things up with some spaghetti and tomato sauce. Why did this dish become a hit during the Great Depression? Well, for starters, spaghetti is a pretty cheap pasta, and tomato sauce whipped up from canned tomatoes was also an affordable choice that you could find just about anywhere. Guess what? Making this dish is as easy as pie. You don't need to be a culinary whiz or own a bunch of high-end kitchen tools. It's ideal for anyone, even if you're just dipping your toes into the world of cooking. So, ready to learn how to make spaghetti with tomato sauce? Let's get started. All you got to do is grab some spaghetti, crushed tomatoes, a bit of minced garlic, cooking oil, and salt and pepper to your liking. Start by boiling the spaghetti in a pot of salty water until it's just right, al dente. Once done, drain it and put it aside for a bit. Now, grab your skillet and warm up some oil over medium heat. Toss in the minced garlic and let it sizzle for a minute or two. You'll know it's ready when you can smell its aroma, but make sure not to brown it. Next, add the crushed tomatoes along with some salt and pepper into the mix. Give everything a good stir and let your sauce simmer for around 10 to 15 minutes so all those delicious flavors can get to know each other better. Give the sauce a try and tweak the seasoning if you think it needs a bit more kick. Next, mix in the cooked spaghetti until it's all covered in that yummy sauce. And there you have it. Dish out your spaghetti with tomato sauce into bowls, and if you're feeling fancy, sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese on top. Enjoy! Spaghetti and tomato sauce make yourself feel like you're dining in a fine Italian restaurant at a budget. Next comes something I'm pretty sure you eat occasionally. It has macaroni. It has cheese. Any idea? You guessed it, macaroni and cheese. Because both macaroni and cheese have longer shelf lives compared to other perishable items, they were widely used during the hard economic times. In 1937, when Americans were living through the struggles of the Great Depression, Kraft introduced its boxed macaroni and cheese. For 19 cents, a family of 4 could enjoy a creamy, comforting dish of cheesy noodles. But for those who wanted home-cooked mac and cheese, this is how they prepared it. To prepare mac and cheese at home, you will need elbow macaroni, shredded cheddar cheese, unsalted butter, all-purpose flour, milk, and salt and pepper. Cook the elbow macaroni in a pot of salted boiling water until al dente. Drain and set aside. In a large saucepan, melt the butter over medium heat. Add the flour and whisk continuously to create a roux. Cook for about 1 to 2 minutes until the roux is lightly golden. Gradually whisk in the milk to the roux, making sure to eliminate any lumps. Continue to cook and whisk until the mixture thickens, usually about 5 to 7 minutes. Add the shredded cheddar cheese to the sauce and stir until the cheese is fully melted and the sauce is smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Combine the cooked macaroni with the cheese sauce, ensuring the pasta is evenly coated. Serve hot and enjoy your quick and delicious homemade macaroni and cheese while being sure that your budget will thank you for it. Moving on to our next poor man's meal, something that you and I enjoy quite often. After all, depression or not, we all want something super fast to make and easy to enjoy when we need to snatch a quick bite. And that is none other than our dearest peanut butter sandwich. You might be surprised, but as the economy plunged, peanut butter sandwiches became a cheap, simple, and high-protein lunch option for families going through the Great Depression. At that time, peanut butter was dirt cheap and quickly became a household staple in America. And the recipe? That's right. Making peanut butter is so easy, a 4-year-old can make it for themselves when mommy and daddy are not around. But in case some of you are uncomfortable to admit that you have no idea of how peanut butter sandwiches are made, don't worry, I got you. All you do is lay out 2 slices of bread. Using a butter knife or spoon, spread a layer of peanut butter on one side of each slice of bread. You can spread it thick or thin depending on your preference. Then you place the slices of bread together, peanut butter sides facing each other. You press gently to help the sandwich stick together, and there you go. Your kitchen masterpiece is ready to be consumed. But weren't there any healthier options during the Great Depression that I might use today, you may ask? Of course there were. And for some of you health-oriented guys and gals out there, and maybe there are vegetarians amongst you, here's a Great Depression salad, dandelion salad. Why dandelion salad and not Greek salad, you may wonder? Well, that's because during the Great Depression, when resources were scarce, people often turned to forage for wild edible plants as a way to supplement their diets. Dandelion greens, which are common and abundant, became a popular choice for salads. Dandelion salad offered a free and nutritious alternative to more traditional greens, such as lettuce or spinach. And best of all, it was growing for free in most people's backyards, and they didn't have to pay a cent for it. Salads are generally pretty easy to make, and dandelion salad is no exception. You'll need dandelion greens, oil, vinegar, and salt and pepper. First, you do some prepping by trimming the tough stems from the dandelion greens. Tear or chop the leaves into bite-sized pieces. In a small bowl, mix oil and vinegar in a ratio of 3 to 1, 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. Adjust the ratio to suit your taste. Add salt and pepper to the dressing. Place the dandelion greens in a salad bowl, then pour the dressing over the greens. Then toss the salad thoroughly to ensure the dressing coats the greens evenly. Serve the dandelion salad immediately as a side dish or a light meal, and enjoy your budget-friendly salad with your family. Last but not least, dandelion greens are rich in vitamins and minerals, including vitamins A and C, iron, and calcium. So there you go. Stay healthy and wealthy. Look, all these meals share one thing in common. They are cheap and easy to make. With food being one of the major expense items in your budget, you got to make sure that you keep your shopping list short and cheap while not sacrificing your diet and health. To do that, you have to make sure that you plan meals and create a shopping list. Buy in bulk. Look for sales and discounts. Use coupons and loyalty programs. Shop seasonal and local. Explore discount stores. Buy generic brands. and many other ways that I'll be sharing with you on this channel. So if you don't want to miss it when I do, take a second and subscribe to my channel. Hey, know any other poor man's meals? Share with us in the comments section, and we may try one of your recipes too. And here are 50 frugal living tips that I learned from my grandma, which saved me multiple five figures up to this day.